Don't shoot me, don't kill me. My husband heard me, and he came out into the living room screaming, "Frances, are you all right?" And he had his gun pointed up in the air, and he looked at me, and they yelled, "Put your gun down, put your gun down, put your gun down." And that was the last thing he said, and they just murdered him. This picture of these men was taken moments after they killed him by their own sheriff's department, and they're smiling like I don't know what.
The troops searched the entire property, including a grove of trees where the 50 marijuana plants were allegedly spotted by aerial reconnaissance. And there was no marijuana.
But we found some lines suggesting the block and tackle method on some of the trees in that general vicinity.
There's no evidence that there were ropes and lines there.
I will never be able to be convinced they came here to serve a search warrant.
So why did 5 government agencies storm the house that morning? Was the raid on Donald Scott's property part of a government conspiracy to obtain his land for the Park Service under asset forfeiture laws? Does that sound too far-fetched to you? Not if you consider the findings of the DA's office.
Curiously, the district attorney's investigation yielded these documents. They were passed out during a briefing before the raid, a property appraisal of the 200-acre ranch and a map, including a notation by Agent Stowell that a neighboring 80-acre parcel had recently sold for $800,000. The district attorney doesn't understand why a search for drugs would include such information unless seizing Scott's land was law enforcement's motive.
I think this is simply a case of a good officer, very aggressive, who lost his moral compass, saw an opportunity to have his star rise rapidly in the department by seizing a significant asset.
In fact, current Park Service land acquisition policies across the United States are under scrutiny, considered heavy-handed, and in some cases illegal. As for Donald's murder, Frances insists that her husband was in the process of lowering his gun when he was shot.
It was just pointed up in the air. He didn't have a chance to obey their deadly command of put your gun down anyway. They just blew him away.
And Frances's nightmare just kept getting worse. Months after Donald's murder, the ranch house burned down. Frances says it may have been arson.
The house is burned down because the National Park refused to let the Ventura Fire Department put out the fire. They could have made a very simple fire break. They had all their equipment there just to make one little fire break, and the National Park stopped them. They said it is against our park policy to disturb the natural beauty of our park land. And now, guess what? Now the IRS wants to force the sale of this land to make us pay death taxes.
So let me get this right. One agency of the government comes in and kills your husband, and now that he's dead, another agency of the government comes in and wants the land.
Well, they haven't met me yet. They're not going to get this land. I couldn't believe this could happen in our country. I couldn't believe my father has fought in 2 wars for us to be safe in our homes. And for this to happen in America it's unbelievable.